Hi, good morning, and good morning. Okay, I have to make this video quick and sweet. Today morning, when I woke up, I got a couple of notifications in my inbox of the email, which is about the launch of the two new lenses and two new cameras, makes total four. Two new lenses, 70 to 200, 2.8 for S line for Z mount, and the 120 to 300 2.8 for F mount. The two cameras was P5, P950, and other was the expected the replacement of the D750 with which is a D780 DSLR. Now, the D780 DSLR is obviously having pros and cons of both. Just want to share the quick thoughts, and I want to share the facts with actually, because actually you won't be finding this thing at the Nikon press releases, and just kind of I don't know. First thing first, what is D780? D780 is nothing but the Z6 in the DSLR shape. Straight out nothing. Same processor, same algorithm, same SNR firmware. Algorithm is a little bit improved. Let me correct myself here. The autofocus tracking algorithm, basically what I meant, was improved in compared to D780. They are saying that it's just like D5. Well, actually, it's not D5. It's just like you have a hardware and you need to drive. You need a software to drive that hardware, right? It's just like that. So they put the algorithm of the autofocus tracking of D5, but it doesn't have the dual autofocus processors just like D5 to support that. So yeah, the autofocus is improved, but at the software level and compared to the D750, uh, it's improved. It's not significantly improved. Maybe most of the YouTubers, they will say, "Oh, it's significantly improved." Yeah, it's improved, but not up to the level like D5. D5 do have dual autofocus processor. On top of that, it has a software to support that. This is exactly what is missing in D780, which is the dual autofocus processor, which is not. It's just like Z6, they put into the DSLR shape, and then they put additional autofocus D5 algorithm into the D780 to make it different than Z6. Make it different than Z6. So, what exactly does Z6 is for? Well, Z6 is basically not sorry. Let me. Z6 is basically for it's just the mirrorless. That's fine. But the D780 will give you a kind of a taste of the both world. Like the first thing which I really like about D780 is that you will have the improved the dynamic range IO performance of the Z6 into the DSLR shape, which not only the DSLR, it also is going to support your f-mount lenses, which my all-time favorite are the D-type lenses, because the screwdriver lenses which you can use in the D780 with autofocus, unlike the Z6, because on Z6 you cannot have the D drive like uh, the D drive the screw mount. The D-type lenses support on that in Z mount. So basically, whatever was missing in an autofocus system for the D-type lenses in Z6, you will be finding in CL780 with the Z6 software and Z6 sensor, with Z6 highest performance and dynamic range. But it and with a little bit improved autofocus. But what is this missing? But before I mentioned the missing part. The only thing which I really love, I mean, damn, I mean, this should be, this feature which they introduced in D780, this was supposed to be present in a D850, which is not. And I'm kind of hate why it's not, which is the 900-second exposure support. 900, let me repeat, 900. That's 5, 6, 7, 7.5 minutes, something like that. Can you imagine? 900-second exposure. So you are going beyond 30-second exposure. Not only 90, 120, 150, 200, 300, 400, 500, up to 900-second exposure. So imagine if you're a landscape shooter and you are using D780 and you have 10 stop filter or 9 stop filter or all these filter exposures for landscape. Imagine the possibilities that you're going to have without using the remote trigger. You don't need remote trigger, and on top of that there is a counter. Like for example, if you set the long exposure of 600 seconds, you start click, you will see on top of the LCD of the camera that the timer, it starts lapping, all the way back, like 599, 598, 597. This is crazy stuff. This is literally crazy stuff. I mean, this should be in D780, so now D850. So now I'm presuming when you will see another DSLR, which will be the replacement of D850, you will be like, I am guessing it will be D890 with 60 megapixel or D900 with 60 megapixel, 61 megapixel, just like Z8, which is going to be announced soon. So I am guessing that when the next replacement of D850 come, it will have that feature and it will be in DSLR format. So you will be seeing the DSLR soon. That's for sure, 100%. I'm almost 100% sure that the replacement of the D850 will come in a DSLR format with that 900-second long exposure support. Okay, so that's the good part, all the good part. Now what's the bad part? Obviously every machine comes with the good and the bad part. The bad part is it doesn't have the support of the battery grip. It has no connection at the bottom of the camera, so it doesn't have the battery grip. What I mean, let me show you exactly what I mean. Okay, alright, this is my D850. Okay, the D850 have this the connection at the bottom. Unfortunately, that's the L plate, so I cannot show you. It's right over there somewhere. You can see this. Let me show you. Okay, yeah, here it is. This is the this is the connection. So you have a battery grip. You connect that battery grip and to this, so you can support when you connect the battery grip. So you have that vertical shutter release button over here. So that supports. That thing is no more. With D780. So I'm guessing again, most probably Nikon going to release another battery grip, which only going to extend the battery life for the 780, just like you saw for Z6 and Z7. So that kind of only for the battery extension, but not for the you won't be getting the another shutter release button on the battery grip, just like Z6 and Z7. So that's the thing. So that's the missing part for that 780 D780. My bad, because Z and D and all those mix it up. Okay, so who is for this machine? Well, this machine is for all those guys who still not have switched to the mirrorless from Nikon, and they want to taste the world of how Z6 was. Now you can test it in 780, that's for sure. Another thing is like you have 51 autofocus point in the 780, which you cannot focus, which is concentrated in the center of the frame. 51 autofocus point doesn't have the eye autofocus support in the viewfinder, but once you go to live view, so it becomes that 780 literally becomes Z6. It does support autofocus 275 H2H. It does support eye autofocus. It does support in live view, which is 12 frames per second with full auto exposure, full autofocus, just like Z6. So once you switch to live view mode, it literally becomes a Z6, which is kind of a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. It depends how you see and how you experience. So now with this 780, I'm almost 99.9% sure that D850 replacement will be coming, D890, with all these features into it, which you will be experiencing, like which will be either D890 or D900, so whatever the name of that machine will be. If you're going to switch that thing into the live view, definitely you will be experiencing Z8 or Z7 like feature with 900-second exposure support and all this stuff. So it will be fun. Definitely it will be fun. Um, um, but what that machine is for? That machine is that D850, 780, sorry, D780, 750, 850, all mixed up. Damn. Because I was constantly in my mind right now comparing and relating the 750 and 850 with mirrorless counterparts. That's what was running in my mind. But 780 will give you the taste of both worlds. It's not a hybrid camera, first of all, because it doesn't have the patent implemented into it, which Nikon registered quite long ago, 2-3 years ago, I guess. Nikon patented the small EVF into the mirror box and the printer prism next to it, which is true hybrid DSLR and mirrorless form factor. That's still not implemented by Nikon, but it's Nikon patented long ago. So let's hope for the best. Let's hope for the best. I hope the only thing which I am expecting from, which I'm really looking forward from D780 is the ISO performance and dynamic range, obviously, which is well known for D750. I hope 780 will live up to the expectation of the people who are already having 750 and who wants to switch to Z6, but they were not able to because of the glass. Now I hope is the best time to experience the Z6 in the form of a DSLR when using all your f-mount glass with the D-type glass support with like screwdriver autofocus lenses. So that's the best time, I guess. That's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, which is I had to make it quick because there are a few points which nobody going to mention, but obviously you will come to know. But see, from the practical perspective, because I am having a lot of D-type glasses which I was not able to use on Z-mount Z6, so that's really frustrating, and only people who have the D-type glasses will give you the better input. So I have the D-type glass a lot, like 35 f2 and 51.4 D-type, and those 80 to 200 f 2.8 D-type. I have these glass. So although the 80 to 200 2.8 it does support, it's an AFS D-type which does support this, but it's quite slow. Now with 780 it's going to be fast. So yeah, there is a difference, there is an improvement. You need a machine to support D-type glasses, and 780 do have this support, so good. But the thing which, why missing the battery grip? Why? Seriously. Just because you are trying to mimic a Z6 in a DSLR format. All of my machine, most of them, I always prefer to have the battery grip, because it not only extend the battery grip, battery life, but also give you the additional button for the shutter release. Rather than you go like this, you always have your hand like this. So from the user perspective, you are in much more better shape, and all this thing to shoot. I know that doesn't matter for some people. What's the harm in shooting, pressing the shutter release button here rather than here? It's not. But when you're shooting portrait mode, it does affect. It does affect a lot. I'm not lazy, but it's just a matter of support. That's it. So that's it, guys. I thought to support. I thought to share with you all this information, and I hope 780 is going to be a breath of fresh air. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.